Alright, so this is the XANTHA pack, no longer in production. I think you could have got it in either OD green, which this is, tan, or black. Again, I don't really care what pack you use, just use the one that you think is best for you. What I like about this pack is that it has two side pouches and it fits a clean canteen 40 ounce on each side if I needed to. I keep one side with the canteen, I have a water bladder inside, and I keep other equipment on the side. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'll go through the pack one side at a time and then we'll get into it. Alright, so the pack itself actually has an internal frame, which I like. The padding is really nice. It has an internal frame and some stiffness. It does come with a waist belt, which I like a lot. Also, it has zippers on the side, so if you wanted to add small stuff like keys or knives or small things like that, you could. It does have two holes for water, so if you have a water bladder, which I do, you can put them right through here. It's semi-waterproof. Nice pull handle, very stout. On the bottom, it does have this rubberish, I want to say, let me just pull this down a little bit. There you go. It has like this rubberish kind of padding, so if you happen to put your bag inside, you know, or in a puddle or whatever it is, it'll be a little bit protected. Also has straps on the bottom, so if you wanted to add some stuff on the bottom, you could. All right, so it's not a large pack. I think it's about 32, something like that, 32 cubic inches, something like that. It's not large at all, but it gets what I need to get done. All right, so first things first, I always have a hat. All right, the hat will typically, anywhere, anytime, I'll have a ball cap. That's just the way I roll. It doesn't have to be camouflage, it could be anything. And I always have a set of gloves. Now my gloves I put on the outside because I'm probably gonna need them sooner than later, okay? With these gloves right here, I don't know why Mechanics does this, but these are just Mechanics gloves. These are the Fast Fit Durahide. The Durahide gloves are made specifically for working outside. All right, so they're not tactical gloves. They're a little bit thicker, and it does have a leather base here for your palm and everything else, and it's to protect your hands. It does have some cushioning and a little bit, not a lot, but a little liner. But I don't know why they have these little tiny little loops, whereas on the other ones, like the tactical gloves, they actually have a loop. So what I did is I just added two 550 cords and made it myself, because I just don't know why Mechanics does that. It's kind of stupid. Right in here, water bottle, clean canteen, and if you can see in there, I have the nesting cup as well. I don't want to pull it out because it's a little bit tight in here. All right, over here on this side. Now you guys, if you watch the news in 2020, you know that a lot of bad things have been happening to people, especially in vehicles. So inside here I have bear spray. All right, if you have an altercation with somebody or like a crowd of people, pepper spray or mace might be better off than just start blasting into a crowd. Okay, I'm just saying that. I know there's a lot of people that carry rifles in their get home bag. I think that's a little bit overkill. Again, zombie apocalypse, sure, no problem, but carrying a rifle around any type of urban environment is going to get you noticed. All right, probably get you shot too, so be careful. So inside here I have pepper spray, or I should say bear spray. Now this thing right here kind of lost its rigidity, but I just throw it in there anyway. And also I do go to the woods with this pack, so this is my walk around pack. I'll take some of the stuff out there that I think I won't need, and I'll fill it up with some food, and then off we go. We're going into the woods. Alright, so when it comes to flashlights, you guys saw that I carry a small flashlight. This is where I carry my big flashlight, and I just want to give you a bright, this is a very, let's see if I can do it. Oh, I think there it is. So this is 2000, I want to say 2000, yeah, it's 2200 lumens. All right, this is the Streamlight, let's see, HL4. All right, I like the butt cap on the back. I don't like the one that has the cap here. I like it on the back because I can use it. It has a rubber grip. It takes either the rechargeable battery, or you can do 4 123 batteries. I have 4 123 batteries in there. The reason I went with this flashlight is because this kit is not only to get home, but it's also if somebody's in trouble. All right, so if there's a car wreck, a car crash, something really bad, I don't want to be looking around with a tiny little flashlight. I want to light up that area as much as possible, get those people out, do what I need to do, and that's why it's on the side of my ruck. Okay, I want it on the side. I want a quick access. Also, if there's an emergency and someone's trying to hurt me, I'm pretty sure that I could blind somebody with this. Pretty sure. All right, so that's why I have it there. Maxpedition also does have, on this pack, has the little secret side pouches. The side pouches aren't that big, it just gives you a little bit of space, but I have a couple of chem lights, two on each side, no big deal. You can put other stuff in there. I don't think it's that big of a secret when you have a zipper like this, okay? It's just a small little pouch. All right, so that's it for the outside. Let's go up top. Up top, this sunglass case, it's felt lined. It's supposed to be for sunglasses, but I keep other stuff in there, such as my mirror. All right, it's a very tiny mirror. I'm not talking about signaling aircrafts, but if I need to, I can. Silcock key. Silcock key is basically for any type of water. So if I'm at a location where, you know, if I live in an urban environment, which I do, most of the hospitals and major buildings will have a spigot outside. The Silcock key will come in very, very handy. And then I have most of my drugs up here, okay? And what I mean by drugs is just pain aids and that kind of stuff. So Tylenol, allergy meds, Advil, Tums, and chapstick, all right? Those type of things. Very important to keep those on hand, especially as you get older. You know exactly how it is, all right? And then this is my COVID-19 mask. All right, it's just a neck gaiter, neck sock, whatever. You can do whatever you like. You can tell me that this is not sufficient. I don't think the actual masks are sufficient, to be honest with you, okay? So I have that. All this stuff is right up here, easy to grab. On the inside, the first pouch, it has a semi-roll, so you actually can pull it down halfway. It doesn't roll all the way, all right? Up at the top, I have my little Taliban radio, or what I like to call the Baofeng. This has all my programs in it, such as weather, police stations, fire stations, ham radio, that kind of thing. Yes, I know you need a ham license, etc. But if I just want to listen to somebody, specifically,
frequency mode.
Let's see, my local police station.
Give me 1 moment, units. 1 moment.
Okay, I could do that. The reason I do that is because I want to know what's going on in my area before I get to my house. All right, so kind of nice to have. All right, Baofeng isn't that expensive. Little extra tools. All right, I can't tell you how many times this little 6-inch has saved me from a lot of stress. Adjustable wrench, little Stanley pliers. I'm sorry, screwdriver. So it has the actual small ones. A lot of times, you know, you have to get into that and do little small work, so I just have that in there. Spork, titanium spork, obvious. So this is my multi-tool that's in here. This multi-tool right here is the Sidekick. What I like about the Sidekick, it actually has spring-loaded pliers, so you can do one-hand operations. I kind of like that. You know, typical small, and again, that type of thing is going to come out and go on my pants or pocket or something like that. I wouldn't leave it in there. This is just spray, let's see, sanitizer. That's all this is. This is just sanitizer. Hand sanitizer makes sense, all right? And then I have a Spyderco in here. This Spyderco knife was specifically designed for rescue workers. It has a blunt edge. It's made for cutting seat belts. It has all kinds of other stuff in here, like if you wanted to cut rope, so you would put rope in here and you can crush it. Also, if you wanted to break glass, you can push this out, and you see how that little thing pops out, and it's supposed to break glass, okay, that kind of thing. And it also has a whistle, so this little orange thing is a whistle, so if I needed help, it's pretty loud. It actually works. So good on Spyderco for making that. 2 extra magazines, all right, like I said, if you're a CCW holder, it makes sense. 2 extra magazines, these are 17 rounders, again, in a Kiwi. These are Kiwi, so I would take off my belt, slide these two on in addition to the extra spare mag that I'm carrying. So I would be carrying 3 magazines and whatever was inside my gun. Okay. This is my IFAK, individual first aid kit. All right, so I have one on my person and then I have one in the bag. This has the trauma bandage, it has the gloves, this is a Soft T Gen 4, and it has some gauze on it. All right, I put it in these little plastic bags because they're very watertight and I don't have to worry about them getting messed up. Okay. Inside here is my fire kit. Now again, I said living in an urban environment, you probably won't have much need for a lot of this stuff. However, I don't know how far I'm going or where I'm going, and if this bag ever turned into my get out of Dodge bag, then I'd like to have at least some way of making fire. So very simple. There's a waterproof bag, matches, lighter, candle, some trioxane, and a magnesium bar. Okay, very, very simple stuff. All right, not going crazy in there. And then also in here, I have a set of handcuffs with the key. All right, I don't know if I'd have to detain somebody, but if I wanted to, it's a lot easier to carry handcuffs than to try to sit on somebody. Okay, I don't know if you've ever been into fighting or trying to hold somebody down when they're trying to get away. Handcuffs makes things a lot easier. You could also carry zip cuffs if you like. That's just what I chose because they were thin and I could just slap them in my bag. All right, let's look at this. So let's open up the bag. All right, straight at the top is going to be all my electronics. Okay, let's move this out. This is an SOE bag. All right, this is, I think, what they call the flat pack. I keep all my electronics in here. Very simply, you work in an electronic age. It doesn't matter who you are. You have cell phones, you have electronics devices, so you're going to need to charge them up some way. This is my Bluetooth earpiece or earbuds, extra Apple phone cord. This is an actual flashlight, and I'll show you if this is my battery. So this is an Anker battery. All right, so let's see if it works. Oh, there it is. So as you can see, it's an Anker battery. Pull it out. It's kind of cool. It works. This Anker battery is pretty old, but it still works. Let's see, 13,000 mAh. 13,000 mAh. All right, it has the cord in there as well. It works. I don't have a problem with it, so I just keep it in there. And this little light is kind of cool. You just plug it into any USB, and it'll come on. All right, so I got that in there. I also have a solar. So this is the Dazul. It's a solar charger for my battery, anything I need to charge up. It also has charging. This also has a small battery in it. It's 5,000 mAh. Okay. Different plugs, that kind of thing that are in here. Charging up phones, cell phones, all that kind of stuff. So I just keep that in a very simple flat pack, and that's my whole little electronic kit. All right, so that works out pretty good. Inside here, this is my map case, and again, this is not exactly waterproof, but it has a lot of the things that I need in it. Okay, so I have 2 compasses in here, writing material. I have my road maps. So if you can see that, I have my road maps in here. Pocket Constitution. I have all the frequencies for this radio. So if I need to get in touch with an amateur radio, I could look it up. I just downloaded it off the internet, printed it up on paper, and threw it in here. Okay. Now it's not that exciting, but again, if the power's out or my let's say my battery dies on my cell phone, at least I can on the fly program that radio and go with it. Also, I also have my I would say bug out maps, if you will. So if I need to get from A to B, let's say I can't come home but I have to go to my other location, all those maps in different locations are there. Anything I need, I download it and it's good to go. All right. As far as cold weather items or spare items, all right, very simply, toboggan, or I call it a Scully. Some people call it toboggan, but Carhartt makes a really nice one. It's really warm. Extra pair of socks, and my shema. All right, multiple uses for a shema. I think it's important to have a little extra clothing, little comfort items, that kind of thing. All right. I also have one MRE. Pack some food. This happens to be menu number 6. beef taco. Okay, probably going to give me indigestion, which is why I have the Tums, but I have it there in case I need it. Also, I have at least a case of MREs in my truck. I also have Mountain House stuff in my truck as well. So depending on how long it's going to be, I don't know. MREs pack for about 7 years. They're pretty good. You can pack anything you want, like nuts or peanuts or that kind of thing. That's completely up to you. I just find it real simple to just throw an MRE in there and forget it. Okay. All right. If you're like me and you have children, this is an extensive boo-boo ouch kit. Okay, very extensive. It comes and like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be out there, so walking is going to be a problem. I always pack some moleskin. I have some tape in here. I have band-aids, triangle bandage, scissors, sunscreen, anything and everything that you would probably need for an extended hike or something like that, you know, stomach aids, that kind of thing. I just put them in here. I zip it closed. It's waterproof. I don't have to worry about it. A lot of people call that like the Unit 1 because I have children, I have a family. It's not just about me. Eventually they're going to need some boo-boo medicine, so that's what that is. Okay. All right, zipping open the first pouch here. I have duct tape. This is Gorilla Tape. It's the 1-inch size. I also have a sharpener. This is a Lansky sharpener. All right, I'll get to that in a second. Respirators. These respirators right here are N100. This is before the whole pandemic. The N100s are particulate. Okay, I wanted to differentiate the particulate N100s. If you guys were around during 9/11, the N95s, N100s, you couldn't. Same thing with this pandemic. Very difficult to find, etc. Particulate measures are necessary in order to keep you from getting asthma, from getting your lungs infected, getting really, really bad juju. So carry a respirator type mask in your emergency kit. This little thing right here, this little cotton thing, is not going to do it. You need a real actual respirator particulate mask. Okay, so I also have some baby wipes. All right, because if you got to go on the road, you got to go. And unless you want to rip up some t-shirts, another N100 mask, just throw it in there. They're pretty light. And I have another spare battery, which is also charged for my Baofeng radio. Okay. Inside here, this is actually a really nice kit. To keep me warm, I have this. This is a down jacket. And I just want to give you an idea. This is not cheap. It's kind of expensive. Working gear, I think it's Working Gear that makes this. Oh, Hard Gear, Mountain Hard Gear. I know it's blue, it's not tactical, but what I'm going to do with this is because all I did was I folded it up into the hood and just stuff it down. It is down, so it fluffs out and keeps all your heat in, which makes it very, very comfortable, very, very warm. And I just like to have something extra inside my pack, just to keep it in case I get into those cold, chilly areas. Along with the hat and everything else, I have something. Okay, let's keep going. We got some extra batteries. That's for my 2200 lumen light. I also have 550 cord with a green lighter, so it's easy to find. And this is a spool tool. Okay, you can find these on Amazon. That's about, I think, about 50 feet of paracord. If I needed to set up a shelter, I could. As far as shelter goes, all right, I have one of these space blanket all weathers made in the USA by Grabber. Grabber makes different colors. This happens to be the one with the olive. It is better than those little tiny space blankets. I hate those little things. They don't really work that well. You need something to cover yourself up with. Now, I'm going to be wearing clothing, so it's not such a big deal. If it's winter, if it's raining, I'm going to stop. All right, I'm not going to walk in the rain and get wet. I'm not going to get my feet wet. It's not worth it. Okay, I'll sit, take a break, eat an MRE, whatever the case is, and then wait for things to clear up and then go. The space blanket is if I have to spend some time overnight in an environment where I have no other choice. I use a space blanket. It has grommets in it. I could set it up as a shelter real quick, a quickie shelter if I needed to, or I could just curl up under a bush if I needed to. Okay, it's not going to be ideal. I'm not going to carry a whole blanket, that kind of thing. Now, in my truck, I do have a wool blanket. All right, so if I needed to, I would take the wool blanket, tuck it underneath my bag, and now I have something to keep me warm as well as the other stuff. Okay. For water, I have my Sawyer Mini. This thing is awesome. I took all the other stuff out of there. Like, you don't need the little syringe that comes with it, and the bag, the tube, all that stuff that's in there. And the reason that's in there is because I have my water bladder. All right, just a simple Camelback 100 ounce 3 liter. All right, they're not expensive. Buy one, buy two, and just put them in your packs. Now, it's not filled with water. Obviously, when I fill this with water, it's going to be a little bit more heavy. I don't carry water around in it because it's just going to be I don't want to put water in it until the last minute. All right, that's just kind of where I am. I do carry water inside my vehicle, so if I need to, I could fill it up from there and then just take off, put a couple extra water bottles around if I need to. All right, the last tool I'm going to go over, I actually put it right where the let's see if I can get that out. Yeah, I put it right in the back where all that stuff is, so it's nice and stiff right there. Okay, so this is called the Spax. Now, this would be my cutting tool along with my, you know, pocket knives, that kind of thing. This one happens to be in multicam. They do have ACU, and depending on how much, I guess the sheath actually costs more money. It's like they're usually listed for about $75, and then if you get the fancy sheath, it's over $100. I don't know why that is, but that's the way it is. If you get the cheap sheath, the one that doesn't come all the way down with the molly webbing, then they're usually about $75. Okay, so it's weird. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. Spec Plus Spax. This one I think is made 16, SP18, SP16. Any case. Ontario makes these. You can buy them on Amazon. What I liked about this, as opposed to anything else, like I know there's gonna be some guys, oh, you gotta carry machete or Rambo knife. No, this is a tool for survival. This is actually made to fit right here fire hydrants. So along with my Silcock key, I also can open a fire hydrant. That's why I have this. So this tool right here is made to fit on a regular fire hydrant, open it up, grab my water, and seal it off. It'll also work on gas mains. I'm not really worried about that, but if I needed to, I could. It has a sharp edge. It's made of 1095. It has a chisel point here. You can also use it as a pry bar. So if you needed to lift something up, you can use this round edge right here and then use it as a pry bar. So that being said, if you needed to, let's say, defend yourself with something like this, I hope you have a good attorney or it's the end of the world, okay? Because it's going to be hard to justify why you axed somebody to death, all right? It's going to be very hard to justify that. However, if it's the end of the world and a zombie apocalypse and this is all you have, then by all means go for it. But to me, this is a tool. It's a fantastic tool. So I can open fire hydrants, I could pry things open. If I need to get into a vehicle, if somebody's in a lot of trouble, I could just break the window with this. So that's why this is in that bag, okay? And it comes in a really nice sheath. This sheath is really nice. I will put the link down below. So, and you can put this on your belt, and you could do some molly stuff if you wanted to put this on the side of your pack, or you can actually put it on the front of your pack. I try to go a little bit more covert. I don't think hanging an axe off the back of the pack is actually a good idea, but to each his own. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys appreciated this. I gotta put all this stuff back in the pack now, but this is something that I would keep inside my vehicle. I think it's important to be prepared, and like I said, if this is all I have until I get to civilization, then that's all I have, okay? I'm gonna have to make do with what I have. I try not to carry too much, try not to make the pack too heavy, just enough stuff to get you through. All right, guys, so this is gonna be my urban get home bag. Hope you guys appreciated it. Please go to 3riverblaze.com, like, subscribe, put all the comments down below, and as always, stay safe.